time. It's adventure time. Question is, do I buy the whole thing? Because I definitely want Jake and Finn, but that's going to cost 3,000 anyway. So I might as well get... I guess what they do to you with these bundles, man. These bundles. But he looks so good. Yeah. I don't have the Dimensions Lego Adventure Time set, but I do have the brick built one. Yeah, how's it going, Mako? Got the V-Bucks. I think we do it. First one to redeem on Twitch gets to pick out the first outfit. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go with Finn. I wish the accessories were more usable in Lego. Yes. I think I'm going to do the Storm King today. That'd be fun. Let's go take Finn to fight the Storm King. No worries. Welcome in, everybody. We're gonna start. Actually, I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do the Storm King, and then we'll do beach building. Beach building. What's going on, Benno? Hello, hello. Show you the progress I've made so far, and then we'll do a Storm King fight. Yeah, what's going on, Cybrex? I saw your TikTok post, I think it was. Get some likes going in the TikTok live. Everybody in the TikTok live, get those likes going. Let's get the regular crew in here. And more. If you're just joining, you gotta like the live. Because it's adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Go to very distant lands. But this is what I've been working on. Finn looks great out here. Finn was like built for this game. I got a sword. Big old magic sword. And up. Let me get a shield going. There we go. How are you so creative? I don't know. I just be building a lot. It's a exercised muscle, for sure. It's Finn. I should have all the emotes, too. But I don't know. I should have equipped them to my quick bar. Now they're all going to be mixed up in here. I should have put them on my actual emote wheel. I'm guessing Jake, the car one's probably a traversal one. I guess I'll have to go to the lobby because there's too many emotes. Dude, the wheel is just too much. There's too many. There's far too many. I don't even know what the pictures look like. But I bought the whole pack. I should have all the emotes. I'll worry about it later. I got the Adventure Time pack. I was just gonna get Jake and Finn, and that would have cost 3,000 V-Bucks, and it was only 38 for like everything. So I was like, might as well just grab it all. But dude, this skin looks awesome. Like, it's just vibes in this game so hard. It goes perfectly. Finally made my dream village because of me? Heck yeah! Congratulations. Everybody, get some likes going in the TikTok live. Double tap the screen a couple hundred times. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, get it going. Yeah, ask me a question. Always, John. Does anyone know why Raven won't spawn even after 24 hours? It could be bugged, but it should be 24 hours after you defeat him that you could fight him again. Yeah, as a fan of the game, anything LEGO Fortnite related generally comes across my For You feed. There's no new island, but they did like update the storm animation on the map. No, I was just early yesterday, so if you missed it, no biggie. Like it up, like it up. Everybody joining in, like the live, get some more LEGO Fortnite fans in here. Come on, Finn. Also, come join me on TikTok, or if you're on TikTok, come join me on Twitch or YouTube. Live there over as well. Holy cow. There we go. The network lag has been crazy lately. Let's run. We gotta level this up, and then we also gotta level that up. But we'll use these to fight the Storm King and this. So we really just need a couple of arrows and some food. How do you get the skin? It's in the item shop. It just dropped just now, like 10 minutes ago. All right, let's go do a Storm King run. Also, yeah, that's gonna be I use the Fortnite festival pieces to do the little lounges. I mean, some skins have capes and shoulder pads, but yeah, I don't think a lot of them have like backpacks built into them. I mean, maybe I just haven't paid attention to the ones that are in my collection, but. Welcome to my storm village. Oh, I'm lagging. TikTok, shut up. TikTok's been doing that lately where it says it's disconnecting, but I know it's not. Yeah. This is the village I built around the Storm King portal, just for fun. Started streaming. How's it going? What's up, Bills? Yeah, it's lagging a little here and there. As it normally does. Wait. There he is. I'm like, I know I didn't fight him yesterday. So let's fight with this first. Yes, I know there's better weapons I could be using, but I'm trying to get these to legendary. Oh, are you up there? Rollers are so annoying because they always roll off the edge and then they end up respawning, but then they just start throwing stuff at you. Oh, really? Almost got this one leveled up. There it goes. I'll level this one up. Whoa, did they buff this attack speed on this? It's faster. I know the other thing that makes the spear better now is you can do the... After a jump attack, you recover so much faster now. I just like one-shot comboed that thing. Oh. Okay. I forgot, didn't those guys get buffed or something? So I might, okay, I was like, I also should have my storm charms on. If I don't have those on, that'll make a huge difference in how much damage everybody does. But see, I can do that. I can do a jump attack and a regular attack so fast now. It's actually really goated. You butthole. Not that I need any more of this, I might as well pick it up. Same with the shells. Yo, Dub7 with 1,000 bits. Let's go. Everybody on TikTok, like the live and come over to Twitch. I'm not doing my normal commentary, but if you guys want tips on the Storm King, it's pretty much what it comes down to is taking out spawners and then the enemies and then the weak spots. But all of his attacks can be dodged, assuming you're not lagging like crazy, which is a very possible thing that can happen during the game. But he's gonna have his weak spot pop up here like any second. This first part, he doesn't let you attack him, like there's nothing you can do. And now I'm lagging. Today is a good day? Yes, adventure time. Hype train with another 100 bits from Neptune. So now the weak spot's there, and we can start shooting the weak spot so long as the lag isn't preventing us from doing so, although he's going to drop down to the ground. Break it. So now this is where he'll spawn his first set of spawners while he's actually up. So again, the priority list is spawners, then enemies, and Storm King. But when it comes to enemies, your priorities are crawlers and rollers, and then the acolytes. The reason you want to take out these spawners ASAP is because they continue to spawn enemies, obviously, even if you take out the other enemies that are already spawned. So you don't want to have to deal with more anyway. Of course, I'm lagging like crazy, but... See, what is this? Dude, what? I hit a full clip and like full combo into him, lags me back, and only like one of the hits actually went through. See, this is why you want to take out the enemies before the Storm King, because now I've got to deal with that guy before the weak spot. But dude, I'm gonna die to this. Like just I don't know what that was. But like the lag is terrible today. It's like super rubber bandy. Jump, jump. Like locks you into the animation for so long. Lag is probably the hardest mechanic in the battle. Weak spot, wait for the weak spot. Of course it is. A 720. I can't see it. He's gonna plop down onto the ground anyway. I swear the attack speed is buffed. I don't have like, there's nothing on this that should bring the attack speed. So it's like faster than the copper one used to be. Like copper and ruby. I need to try that one. I swear it's hitting faster. Like, doesn't that seem like so much faster than it was hitting before? Like before last week's patch or whatever? Dude, I swear. Maybe it's just the Shatterhorn brings up the speed, like, significantly. Like, maybe it brings up all the all-around stats and I just didn't notice. So, like, that seems nutty how fast this thing is hitting. You can't do a quick jump attacks with this. You get locked into the animation. I'm just trying to level this up. Normally I would just use a sword to break the weak spot. It's so much easier the way it swings. Like I could use, like dynamite, it's just like, I know the dynamite's easier to make than the thermal detonators are, but it's still like, every time I do this fight, it's just like glass powder down the drain. It depends on the situation. There's a lot of situations where the spear is better because they hit so fast. And another move you can do is go backwards as you're, see how I'm moving backwards as I poke. So that can be used to your advantage while you're fighting enemies, because they won't be able to hit you, but you'll be poking them as you're backing up. So you'll be like dodging their attacks as you're just poking them in the chest. So it's actually pretty goated for a lot of melee enemies, just because they like, if you do it right, they like literally can't even counterattack you. When did they add Adventure Time? 25 minutes ago. Code Epic Bricks in the item shop, everybody, if you're grabbing it. My username is my creator code. If you're grabbing the Adventure Time kit, please consider using my code, especially if you're not already using a code. Ow, ow, I'll get staggered. Ow, why does it dodge everything? Hey, stop, stop, stop. I swear the stagger is like longer than it used to be too. I don't know at what point, but I swear I noticed the staggers are like crazy. You'll be standing there for like 5 seconds, not able to move, it seems like. The lag, though. It would be so much easier to hit these weak spots without it. But also, I think they really did improve the spear's like turnaround time, because dude, you melt with it now. Like even more than you did before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you do ruby and copper now, it has to be stupid. Because like this is how, like this is already faster than I remember ruby and copper used to be, you know? His right arm, his left arm stays in longer. Don't have time for that right now. Yeah, this is, dude, I swear it got like a passive buff. It has less time in between the, oh God. That was almost really bad. I would have lived, but I only would have had like half a heart or a heart on the float back on. Because it takes, I don't know if it's different in regular survival, but in expert, when you fall off, you lose 2.5 hearts when you transport back up. So it can kill you, but it won't like guarantee. Oh God, I thought I dodged it. Couldn't tell if that was a bad dodge on my end or just lag. It's like impossible to tell sometimes. Nope, one more. Oh. Well done.
Victory screech!
Screw the arrows. We need the arrows. Screw it. Gimme.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Yeah, they update LEGO Fortnite. It's just been a while since the last update, unfortunately. Got that. Okay. Got all the important stuff. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, today's probably going to be a slightly, like I started late, but I'm also going to end a little bit early, so it'll only be about a 2-hour stream roughly. All right, Finn. Yeah, it's up to you, Mako. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, whichever you want to watch on. Yeah, what's going on, Brian? Hello. He's taking down the Storm King for the day. Technically zapping 4 from it being Shatterhorn, and then I think damage, Stormbane, and I don't even remember what else. Probably nothing. It probably only has those two. No, it probably just has damage and Stormbane and shut because it's a Frostbind hilt, so it doesn't have a 4th rune slot. Did you finish the house thing? The house room yesterday. I'm going to be continuing to work on the beach village today, but yeah, I finished some buildings up yesterday. We're just going to drop some stuff off to the base here, and then we'll get building for a little bit. How to fight the Storm King? You have to go to this village icon. It's the purple one with the pyramid and the eye and the lightning bolt. That's the Storm Chasers village, and you just have to level up that village, and then you'll be able to start fighting the Storm King.
I'm in danger.
Lagging like crazy. Eventually I'll load in. It's been doing this lately on longer bus rides. Short bus rides, it has like no problem. And longer ones, it's been taking like forever. What material? This one's, yeah, it's like I thought. Zapping, Stormbane, and damage 3. It's made out of Shatterhorn and Frostpine. Looks sick, huh? It's not actually as good as a lot of other combos could be, but... Come on, guys. If you're in the TikTok live, get the likes up. Double tap the screens a couple times. Get some more LEGO Fortnite fans in here. And you should also check me out on Twitch and YouTube. And if you're getting the Adventure Time bundle or any of the Adventure Time skins, code Epic Brick in the item shop. Epic Bricks, that is. No, level 3 is the highest you can get. Well, Zapping 4 is the only one that's the exception. Zapping 4 is the only way you can't apply Zapping 4 here. It doesn't show up at the Rune Forge. The only way you can get you know how like when you make like let's say you make a Bright Core in wood. See how the Bright Core gives it illumination to start? Like automatically, if I were to make a Bright Core like Forest Axe, it automatically puts a rune on there. Well, that's how Shatterhorn works. Shatterhorn fragments are what you get from the Storm King. That item I just got from the Storm King. You can use those to make weapons. Now, for all the weapons besides the dagger only requires 1. But just like that Bright Core, the Shatterhorn automatically applies Zapping 4. By default. Like, that's the only way you can get that one. You can't apply it yourself. It has to be made from a Shatterhorn weapon, and that makes a Zapping 4 slot. But it has to be Zapping 4. You can't do a Shatterhorn weapon and pick anything. Like, you can fill the other slots with whatever you want, like the one I have. But the Zapping 4 is locked into place at all times for that build. Oh, wait, now we're good. Let's head to the base. The display base. We got 2 weapons to put up there today. Has there been any major updates after the storm update? No, unfortunately not. I'm guessing, and now I'm pretty positive, I think I just started to see some videos about Battle Royale Star Wars leaks. So, I'm pretty sure I was right. Our next major update is probably Star Wars. Now, what that'll revolve around, what it'll include, who knows, but pretty sure May, we're going to get some Star Wars again. Were you really? Potato? That sounds dope. So like some of the books that like
Thank you for your patronage.
that are based around the show, because I watch the shows and I think I have a Adventure Time book somewhere. Don't look at my frames. Oh yeah, I have the Shatterhorn axe too. Ta-da! And ta-da! We're working our way up on the collection. Minecraft is better? Sure, you should go play it then. What are you doing here then? Oh yeah, I gotta put up... What did I get, a sword? I'll just keep it with me. I don't feel like building up there right now. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. You're an old illustrator animator. Dude, that's so cool. I think we're good to just... I should go drop back. I forgot to drop some other stuff off. I beat the Storm King a few times and struggling with what to do now. Honestly, maybe just take a break until next month. But also, I like the way I keep busy is just building stuff. Just building big, crazy, detailed villages. But that's not everybody's jam. So if you're just into like the in-game content, I would just wait around till May. That's probably when we're going to get a Star Wars update. Yeah, these are great. How do you repair your weapons? You don't. There is no repair bench. And I have a tour on this whole storage base if you want to check it out on TikTok and YouTube. Let's just leave that one in here then. And then... Save that. Got plenty. Good. I could recycle these, but I've just been keeping them, to be honest. This I think I could get... I think you get bear pelts out of this? Or can? Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's go get building. I think I've got pretty much everything I need at the base. I don't think there's anything extra I need. Where am I going? Over here. Way off course. Zia, yeah. That's another downfall of the game right now, is they're just not releasing the kits back into the shop for the people that clearly want them. And then, like, the sets they have been releasing, like, they had Lion Knights has been back twice in the last couple months, and only twice, but every time it's a partial kit. It's, like, not the whole Lion Knights. This is what I've built so far here. This is the progress. Got that building done and that building done yesterday, along with all 3 of the huts done yesterday. And then 2 days ago, I got the first building done, which is the one I'm standing on. And today, I think we're probably going to get knocked out Probably get that house started on, or whatever structure. They're not all going to be houses necessarily, but most of them are. I might do one of them like a deck, or like just like a party deck kind of deal. But I got like 3 more main buildings I want to build over here. And then, isn't there like a little... Yeah, the little lifeguard towers, I should put those out there too. Like, these ones I don't... Like, I'm probably still not going to use the prefab just because the foundations are going to make everything weird. But I'll probably just build... And you know what I'll probably also do is get it, put it halfway in the ground so it's not so crazy tall. Because I think a couple of these just out towards the water. Just because I've got all these big builds, and I think I can sprinkle in just some of these style builds. Just skins. Kind of like I thought. Actually, real quick. I want to go equip the emotes. Yeah, I wish that, I don't know, like they're cheaper obviously for the partial ones, but I don't get why they're not, like with this, it would be like if you went to the shop and it's like they were offering you a bundle that included these 3 characters, but not Jake. For some reason. I don't get why they're releasing the bundles like that. I got emotes with this, right? Oh, this didn't come with the emotes. I thought it did. I thought it came with the emotes. Yeah, I thought it came with like all of this, to be honest. It doesn't include like half of that stuff. All of this stuff is separate. I thought this was included. Because I don't want to spend all that extra. Just, no, I'm not spending 500 V-Bucks on that. I thought it was included. And that doesn't even, it has licensed music. The only one I maybe want is BMO. But does that have music that it's supposed to play? And it's not, because I have licensed music off. Like, honestly, these ones I'm not too worried about. I just thought they were included for sure. It's like includes almost everything, but not that stuff. The non-Lego, like Jake and Finn. I guess Finn is the only one where his backpack wraps around his arms like that, where every other character who wears it, it like gets cut off there. I saw a TikTok or someone say something about that. Oh my god. But yeah, they're really good. I just thought that the emote, at least one of the emotes I thought was included. Maybe not all of them, but I'm not gonna fork over any more money for the emotes. I'm happy with the skins. Simpsons skins would be nice, but I don't know if they like LEGO wants to like collaborate with that anymore. So like they would just be VR possibly, like the Futurama ones are. One second, I go grab my water bottle. My gosh. You know, it was 101 today? At least. That's what my dashboard said when I was driving to the store today. I changed into some shorts. I was like, not necessarily uncomfortable in my jeans, but definitely hot. Okay. So this floor, I want it to aim a little bit more to the right and not that far to the right. So we're going to make a custom angle here. So we can obviously rotate it on a 45-degree increments if we're on the land, but we can't, if you want like a finer adjustment, here's how I do it. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this one. But all you do is you get essentially pieces built. So that way, I'm trying to aim that way. So I'm going to build these in a line that's going like at a right angle to that. So then we switch over to the medium dynamic foundation. Hold on. I just need more walking space to push it. So then we put this right here, and then we push it carefully. Sometimes it gets stuck like this. It's annoying. But then we push it. So now this is on a flat surface, because now I think there's a little bit of an angle here. It's hard to tell, but there's a slope. You don't want your build to be angled and Leaning Tower of Pisa. So now this is aiming pretty much that way. That's where I want my building to face. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build what I call the diving board. And it's sometimes easier if you go higher. Like if you build like a half wall first. I'll show you why in a second. Just do like any half wall right there. Then build like a diving board coming off of it, essentially. And you're going to need empty space below it. You don't want anything built below it. So now we have our angle built, and now you can see a better way of which that angle is facing. So now what we're doing is we're going to take literally any piece, and that's why I use a half wall there. So that way when we use a full wall here, we don't want it to hover like this. Then we can't connect it to anything. But what we do is we look under this that's going to attach it, because this is the angle, the normal angle, and then this is the normal 45-degree angle. This is going to take us to the angle that we built that. We don't want to build it right there, though. What we do want to do is nudge it away. So that way it's still, see how it's connected into the ground? So it's turning green. But since our crosshair, if I move my crosshair off, it's going to like take it off of that axis or that grid. So we just need to move it off and then just build it. So that way it's not connected to this, but it is connected to the ground. And as you can see, this is at a different angle than the other two are allowed to build normally. So now we can just destroy this gizmo. Because now we have what we want, which is our off-angle piece built into the ground. And then what we're able to do is take floor piece and, if I don't hit the Windows key. Hold on one second. Disable that real quick. So now we look at this pillar, because when you look away from it, you see how it goes to the regular angles, but as soon as you look at this pillar, you're going to that off, you're copying that off angle again. So just like before, we're going to nudge it away. And again, if you had it too high, well, you're going to copy the angle, but then it's not going to have anything to attach to if you aim too high on this. So that's why it matters where you aim it. Because after you nudge it, it's still going to be over there. But depending on how high or low you're looking at this, I call this the reference piece. It's like the name I've given to these with these kind of techniques. You're using reference pieces, and you're using the references, their angles, their heights, and you're using it as a reference to copy another piece onto that angle or onto that height or whatever it is. So you want to make sure it's not, you don't want to also go like too low into the ground, because also right here, remember, it's sloping up slightly. So like, let me reset it. So we've got it there. I think it could go a space lower. Yeah, like we could get it to go that low if we aim right at the bottom of the pillar. But then if we made this floor go any further back, it's going to go into the floor. So we do want it like right there. It is able, it's touching right there, but it's hovering right there. But if we go to build backwards now, it's not completely getting covered with sand. Granted, I don't plan on building this far back. But now we have this off angle still copied. Now we don't need this. Now all we do is build our little structure. However we're going to build it. This will probably be a smaller house. And then what you can do too is if you don't want it hovering, there's not much you can do. You could bring it more forward, but pretty much there's a downslope going into the ocean. So what you can do is find like a wall piece that you like to use. Like, honestly, let's just see what these look like. We're going to snap one here, like where it would normally go as a wall, but then let's just snap one below it and then get rid of that one. And then now that's going to at least like cover it up, and we can put, I guess it's just more to cover, to be honest. That's almost pointless in this situation. It's so little, you can't even see any detail. So right here, what I would probably end up doing is just attaching stairs to it like this, or something of that nature, just to give it that step up, because you can snap these into the ground 90%, and it still works. But otherwise, that's how I would do that. Yo, thank you, Boo. I appreciate it. No, I almost like foundation pieces are pointless to use at the end of it. Like, not pointless, but like if I build this here and then I build a building on top of that, well, look how much I'm already running into this problem where like I want a smooth, and you know what else I can do here too is like what I did before is just it's gonna be tougher to do here because of the slope. But otherwise, we should be able to... I wish you could snap below. It's just tough. But anyway, this is even tougher to try to, like, cover up or make some sort of stairway to, like, blend it because it's so chunky. Whereas, like, these are all these pieces are in the same these are just extra high. You know, if you want to build up and you're trying to make an artificial... Like, at the end of the day... It's still not even necessary, because if you wanted to build up, you could use it, but at the end of the day, it's just wasting complexity. At a certain point, I would just get rid of it after you've already built over it. Oh, you know what else I can do? Boom. There we go. Now we have a reference going there, and I can actually take this floor piece and, like, put it where I want. See, then this one. See, I'm using this as a reference so I can get the height that I want, because over here it's lower, but I still want that angle. So now it's a little bit of a step up. And I can even do that a little bit differently too. We can go over. Oops. I need that closer just so I don't have to snap as many times. Is it doing that? Oh, it's not letting me do like a half increment. I have to place it there. Weird. But honestly, that's enough. I can probably just leave it there. And the rest of it, you don't even have to worry about it. Because I'll probably just make this a small house. Although... Do I move it? I'm tired of breaking rocks. But I need that space right there. I need this to be moved over like a couple more spaces so that way it doesn't interfere. That's... Oh, I need to move it forward. I bet it doesn't fit. Yep. Rip. Okay. See how this whole time I'm always leaving one so that copied angle that I originally did, I don't lose it. Because again, if I go off, then we're at these off angles. Oh, sorry, my guy's hungry. Maybe I'll eat something. What am I making? More beach houses. More custom beach houses. So just more stuff like this, but smaller. Yeah, they added Finn the Human today. But this is what I'm working on right now. We got 2 other locations I'm gonna build, and I'll probably do something small over there too. Who knows? Who knows? This is probably gonna be a more basic house. Or will it? Because they never are. I'm thinking. I'm like, do I want to make it simple? I probably do. Just make it. We don't even have to make it 2-story either. We could just do a little 1-story here. Because I don't have to have them all be like grand, insane designs. Because I'm also thinking about like the roof piece now too. Move. An Adventure Time build kit? I really don't think so. I mean, I would hope so, but maybe. Maybe. Like, you know, I would hope so, but I don't think so. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a really basic house here. I don't have to go crazy for all of them. No, I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do my better ones. Mine are better. And yes, I always start with like basic walls to start like this, like what I'm doing. I don't try to make anything like too fancy right off the bat. I get the shape going. Once I get the shape down, then I build the rest of it. Okay. Okay, got that. Now, how much space do I have here for my windows? Looks like barely enough space. Yeah, because this one would need that wall and then another wall next to it. I suppose, let's try this. Let's do that. That would be like really open. Let's do one there, one there. I don't know, I like that. Rather than just throwing in that, I feel like this is just a little bit nicer. Got it. Boom, boom. And I'll probably, actually, I'm not even worried about that. You can just put a fence around that anyway. Although I'm going to need that piece anyway. Oh wait, no, I can just look here. That'll be low enough. How can I not get this to go lower? Oh, we can just do that. Nothing too crazy on this one, so let's give it windows. Let's go Like I could do like 2 of these, but it feels like too much. But then 1 doesn't feel like enough. You know what, on the sides I'll do something different. Let's go with... Sure. That's a good one. That's a good combo, right? Then in the side, this side we do the same thing. And then in the back, let's do a blank wall there. I could. Just a blank one right there. I think that'd be a good balance. Because that in the interior, if I decorate it, actually, you know, I don't have to worry about a window being in the way or something. Otherwise, I like that build. The only thing I could really do is slip another white piece, like, underneath. Right there. So, there we go. I didn't like looking at it hover like that. Something's getting in the way, I guess. That one's not. Perfect. There we go. Now it's not like floating. You can actually see the level start to decline there. Yeah, foundations, once they're covered, they're like completely just doubling down on your build limit without like any reason for it to be there after that. That'll be better. Fortnite? Yeah, LEGO Fortnite. How do you get that skin? You buy it out of the item shop. Alright, got that house done. Can't have all of them be crazy. I mean, we can, but I like to have some stuff be shorter too. You gotta give some, like, variation. Also, do you like my Nana? A banana fell out of the sky and stabbed my juice bar. Like a goddamn Capri Sun. But no, I just did a funny illusion there with the two. If you line it up right, it looks like he is going right through. So over here, yeah, I think this is a good place to do this. I don't want this. That might be in the way. Otherwise, everything else, I think we're good. Okay. Over here. I want to build like some sort of like almost like a dance floor, but like up on a, not like a dock, but a deck. Have like a party deck up here. I think that could be fun. it's pretty much facing the way I would want it to. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using the floor to my advantage. I don't want the deck to be super high off the ground. I don't like that's too high. But what I do is I put another one next to it like this that's half as high as this, or 50% higher than this one is. So that way when I snap this one below it, it's like worked 50% of the way into the ground. And now I build my structure. So I'm thinking like, maybe maybe this is where I do like the stage or something. What does a prefab look like? How big is that? Yeah, I can like, maybe make my own because that's huge. But I was thinking something with that, but with not those parts. Make like a beachside version of this. What's that giant piece in the back? Where do I find that piece? The spiral thing. What is that? Is that a wall? Yeah, it's these. See, I could still use these. They're just like giant. I never even realized. This would make a cool ship. But yeah, you could totally just use this. I can make like my own little concert area. So I also think this would be a good place to do a white dance floor. Or like these. I think these would be fun. Or like something like this where there's like these ones going through the middle and then white all the way around it. Or like some sort of pattern, like a checkerboard. And then there's also these ones that I could do like some very interesting patterns for sure going around here. I think it would be fun to do the dance floor like something like that. But I can always change it. I think I'll just start with basic white and then we'll figure it out later. You know what we'll do? We'll do blue around the border here. Or should, I don't know. Should I keep it consistent with like kind of the other theme and make it mostly blue and then with white accent? 'Cause I think this is already too much white. I don't know, I can never decide on little stuff like this. It's like these would look good too. And then the white border, those always look clean when I do those that way. So I could just do the border as white. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. I think this is more like just in vibe with the rest of the like motif that I've done the rest of the village in. I gotta open the door. Now there's gonna have to listen to me yap during the stream. Because it is so hot in this room, I need to open the door or turn the air up. Or both. Because, oh my god, it is disgusting right now. I'm trying to think, too, like... I could do a, like this type of deal going around the outside. That wouldn't be terrible. Because I do want it, like, raised, but I don't necessarily want the roof. Because, like, I would want to add roof pieces, but, like... What I would really think about doing is just doing a border without filling it in. You know what I mean? Just have it be like kind of colored and shaded. But I wouldn't build up this way. I would pretty much just go out both ways and leave the roof open. I think. What do we think about that idea? Because there's going to be like a dance floor. And I think... Because I can always, I don't know if I'm going to do a stage and stuff or a big one, but I do want to do some sort of stage, and I have to leave room for that. And I could always extend this back a little bit further if I need to. That's not a big deal. Oop. This could, I think if we brought this back another space, that would leave more room for like some sort of stage. There. Out of stuff. Yo, see, I got heat. How you doing? What happened to the old videos you used to do about Lego minifigures? I don't post them anymore. I do Lego Fortnite content. I kind of switched over. If this had been an available option when I first started, I probably would have started with this, but it didn't come out till 4 years into my content creation journey. Yeah, in all honesty, like, I love what I did before this. But you know when you love something and then you don't know you could love something more till you find it? Like, that's pretty much what this game was. I love Lego. Still love Lego. I like making Lego content. But, like, when this came out, had this been an option when I first original started, I probably would have started just making this content, in all honesty. Like, it's not that I dislike IRL Lego or IRL Lego content, but I just flat out enjoy this more. Couldn't tell you why, just to do, you know? So, I'd probably want the stage to go up to, like... Let's get that done. We'll leave about, like, that much room for the stage. Do another corner there. I want to see what this kind of thing would look like from the top if I do it this way. I think it looks solid so far, right, chat? Can I not? There we go. I always wonder if the blue railings look better in certain situations like I did over there. I don't know, what do you guys think? Blue or white? Doesn't help that it's nighttime. Easiest way to kill Storm King? Dynamite. So you can take out the spawners extremely fast. I don't know, white just seems like it works better here. What's going on, Reed? How you doing? I think overall this looks nice. Here, I need an aerial view though. Yeah, I think that looks solid because what I'll do up here on the top. Actually, wonder if the actual ridges would be worth using. Or like if these would. Yeah, I think that looks good. Actually, that's the way to go. So we just go all the way around. So I was going to also just do white strips just to give it more accent color, but I think this works even better. It's like an uneven, it's just like a space I can't fill here. It's 10. I need to fill 10. There's no way I could fill 10. Like that one. That one kind of works. Might as well. Just looks like there's a little break in it. Kind of looks natural, to be honest. That works. So I think I could, as long as it's a larger space, I believe. So I have to do 14. There we go. $12, $8, $6. Oops, I didn't mean to use another one. But I think that looks nice. Leaves this roof open for like a dance floor vibe. And then, honestly, like if I want to make it into a concert, I almost want this part not there. And just have it going to the end and then just put... How tall are those Fortnite Forever pieces? Those are pretty big. So I can make some sort of big concert-y thing back here. I think I'll revisit this idea tomorrow. I think I'm going to let my brain think on this one, and we'll just get cracking on the other build over there. Need to reevaluate what I want to do there, because I want to do some sort of like outdoorsy activity area instead of just making it all blue buildings. That's pretty much facing the exact direction I need it to. So that's perfect. It looks like we go on a pretty big down slope here. So yeah, let's start it like there. Now, some of these spots are just annoying because of the terrain. Maybe I'll do it further up. There's less like terrain difference over here. You know what? Just worried about the elevation. No, we could do this. I could figure it out. What do I want to do here? Yeah, the crosshair for the bow is a little different. It's kind of clunky in my opinion. It's like too much going on. But what if we did... I've got an idea. No. Trying to figure out a unique build here. And what I'm thinking is I kind of combine some of the ideas I've done. I want to have like one structure that's raised by a half a floor height, roughly. So this structure will start about here. And I'll use this piece, but it'll just be buried into the ground, kind of like I did over there. And then I'll build a house on top of that. But then I think, like over here, you know, I do another house, like another small one that's like a full ways up, if that makes sense. Do I remember you? Junaid? Sounds familiar. spaced the buildings up, so there could have been an easier bridge from one to the other, but I guess... So that's a whole half a stair, I think. Does that take me? I think it's... All these might be just wrong. Like, just off. I can't tell, hold on. Oh no, it's the right height. Okay. So, we can get these to connect. I think I just need to move this structure over. 2, 4, 6. No, it's just 4. Right, that's butt to butt. I can't quite see. Looks like I got them lined up. Right? I can't tell. No, it's off by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks about right. Or is it? I don't think it is. And you know why I don't think it is? Because I swear you're allowed to build at a 45-degree angle. There's I don't know which one's the OG angle we always built on, but whatever one's the new angle we're now building on. But whatever one of the angles is, if you have a piece here and then you free place another one, assuming you're on like flat ground, it's like really wonky unless you snap together. Like, see how here I'm on the same grid, but you see how like it's like facing the right direction, but somehow I'm like off on the grid here. You see how like it's causing really weird, if I want to get it to move together, I have to snap it. But if I want to free place them, and if I make separate structures, like these two spots are like unconnectable. They are off by like this, like look, if I push that up to there, that's as close as I can get it. And then it's also overlapping it by just a little bit over here, even though they're on the same like axis grid. But then when you build on the normal, like this, I think this must be the OG grid. When you build on the OG grid, you see how it's like, how it should be? One stud, it's like moving by one stud, up, down, left, right. But as soon as you go over to this, it's like the grid is completely broken on this axis. Does anybody else notice that? And that's why those builds aren't lining up, is because if I wanted them to line up, I would have to snap the pieces from one structure to the other. Otherwise, they are literally just not going to line up the way I want them to, which is a good thing I kind of checked that first, because that means all we do is like snap the piece over, and then we should be able to just replicate what we were doing. No, we were doing a full wall over here, though. That should have worked. So now they should be like aligned. I'm sure there's better pieces to put under there. See, what's annoying about these, if I want these to match, because as soon as I go off, again, see how it's doing that weird spacing thing? I have to aim here to get it to copy that same exact placement, but if I move it over, I can't get it as far into the ground as I want necessarily, and I don't like the way these look when you put one underneath the other. Like, that just looks terrible. What am I building? Another beach house, but I'm only going to be building for another 10 or so minutes. This is a really short stream tonight. I think all I do is I build this building. And then I just build backwards off the other one, I think. I think that'll work. Let's try doing that. All right, we got our house. Cool. Nope, wrong. Okay. Cool. And then... yeah, let's do the second one. Oops, that's the wrong spot. Right? No, that was the right spot. Trying to figure out how I want the shape of this building to be. I think that should be solid for our turn in. So I basically want like a patio up here. Cool. I'm not going to do windows yet. Again, I could put windows in now, but I'm not really concerned with it right now. Why is... oh, just a visual thing. So why do those look off? We're good. Okay, floors. Sorry if I'm quiet today. I am a little, I don't want to say sleepy, but I'm just a little tired today. And I'm in build mode. You guys know me. Fill that. Okay, and then from here, we go to see what that feels like. So this will go to another building. This will be the floor of a new building. So that means that, like, yeah. I don't know if I want that right on top of it, or like if I want to leave another space. Because then this will be... How high does that leave it off the ground? Hold on. It's pretty much perfect. But I think it's going to go down more, isn't it? So move this way. How would I move that down a little bit? I guess I'd have to move that whole house down if I wanted to really sink it even further. I guess I could make the house not go that way. I can make the house go this way. Make it a weird shape. Like, why not? We can make it go this way, and then like backwards, so it goes more in, so it's still like a whole step above. So that goes there. Where did that even go? Boom. Like that. Okay. Might as well play Minecraft. Might as well watch someone who's playing Minecraft. Those aren't the pieces I wanted there. What am I building, though? A giant beach village. Working on it. Don't have any decorations done yet. It's all just big, like, construction so far. Yeah, I dig this. I'm digging this. Obviously, it's not going to be a flat box. I just don't worry about windows until later. Like, all that detail comes later. It's actually exactly what we want. Okay, and then... Where's my doors? Am I blind? I get that later. Like that. Yeah. Does that fit? Yeah. All right. Hey, have a good one, Mako. Yeah, what's going on, dude? Dude, we gotta play some rivals here at some point. Either tonight or tomorrow. It's my dude, Just Blast. Hope it's too high with the railing. Can I get it? Yes. All right. Let's really hope that the hips and valleys are working with me today. Did I do it right? No, there's probably not enough room there. 20 bucks. Maybe not. Oh, baby. I did it. I did it. It's just the right amount of space. Oh, my God. Now here we do ridges. There we go. I think I gotta do this weird one again. Like, there's a break in it. It's the only one that kind of fills that space. Let's see the progress. Yeah. Get to a bed here. Yo, thank you, Jay. I appreciate the positivity. I take positivity in any form, man. Are you saving for lose the glasses? Don't forget if you redeem it, because I miss that stuff a lot. Oh, also, Castle Queen. I don't know how I missed that, but thank you for the sub over on Twitch. I don't know how I missed that. I must have been hyper-focused, or maybe I went AFK for a minute, but sorry. All right, here's the progress. Still got to finish up that building. That one's still, like, undetermined, unfinished. But here we are. 3 days of building so far. This is what I'm working on, but right now I haven't even worried about starting the windows on this one. This is like, it's like a sketch. That's how I build my builds. That's how I describe it to a lot of people. You know how, like, when you're sketching or you're painting or you're drawing, like, you start with the squares and the circles. Like, everything starts as basic shapes, and then when you get, like, your outline done and your basic sketch done, that's when you go back through and you can erase all the light pencil marks and go back in with, like, the finer details. So I build boxes to start. I mean, that's what all the house is, really. But don't stress yourself on the creative design choices of windows. First, you got to figure out, well, how do I just make it into a big box? And then after you get your dimensions for your boxes, I mean, look at this. This is literally a square. And then on top of it is another square, but all I did was chop off about a quarter. It's not exactly like a quarter, but it's about 2 spaces out of the 6 spaces that are available there, up there, or whatever. And then over here is just another big square, and I still have to do floors here. But it's all just big boxes. You just connect them. Stack boxes on other boxes. Put a floor in. But I don't even worry about anything major like that right off the bat. Like, we'll figure out where we're putting the door eventually. Like, it'll probably go right here. In all honesty, we'll probably put a door there. And then see, everything is simple. It's all just replacing after that. And then just adding the parts that you want. Oh, that has to be... I think it just has to be one space back. Kind of like that. We'll just do that. That actually just works just as well. That would take us in, and then we haven't done the floor in here yet, but that's actually a good thing. Because what we'll probably end up doing is... Another reason I don't do windows at the beginning is you already have to deal with these nubs sticking out. Like, if you do a window piece, like, they have these nubs sticking out. Not only do they have nubs sticking out, they have, you see right here, you see how there's like a, that's barely sticking out past the wall? So this actually blocks you from building stairs. It doesn't look like it will, but those little pieces sticking out on the right side end up blocking it. So what I did, the other reason I designed my houses boxy and plain first, is because this lets me decide, well, where do I want my stairs? And where will the game allow me to place them? Like, here would be a good spot, because I don't think I'll hit my... Oh, no, I will hit my head. But let's see. We would want a spot, probably ideally, like, here. Roughly. Because now, when I build this... when I go outside, and I do end up deciding what windows I want, that stairway is already going to be there, right? Where we want it. That's where we want the staircase. And when we go back through with windows, we can find out really quickly, oh, well, that window, it bumps into it right there. So we can't put a window there. However, sometimes the other windows, depending on how they stick out on the sides, you will be... So that one, we can do this here. And then from there, it's probably going to, no matter what we do next, it's probably going to get blocked by the staircase. So from here, what I would do is that's when I would go to a blank spot of like 8 spaces. And then, actually, even before you do that, see if there is another spot. Just go one, or actually, really, you want to go 2 spaces at a time. But you want to see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 turns green, but we can't place it there. You know why? Because there's no 5x2 piece. We would not be able to fill that gap. So we want to find the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, see, it doesn't let us place it until like way over here. So like that's where we can place it, and I'm guessing that's like 16 in between. So right there, we really can't do a wall, but this is where like you use your creative muscles, and you're like, well, you don't need wall windows everywhere. Sometimes it is a little bit redundant. You know, this is where we go back and go into wall decoration and decide, oh, like maybe we just do a little right there. And that's what fills the void. So instead of having a window, or not having a window and having a blank space, we can kind of fill it in that way. But that's why I leave... I don't even know if this is what I want here, right? I know I kind of want the stairs the way they are, but to block less windows, I found that, what is it? The half stairs, if you do those, you end up blocking a lot less, especially if you can do, like, I'm probably going to try to do here is, let's line this up. So that way this, hold on. Like there. this one go there. See, this is kind of... No, that blocks the... I can move the door. I could always move the door. See, that's what's good about this. It's all modular. See, now... This gives us plenty of room. We can put some stuff around in here. And then we have a nice little entrance up to the top level that's literally not going to cause us to have any blockages. Like, this won't block any of the windows that we want to use up here. So it's really nice. And then from here, I'd probably go to the blue floors, but and now this would be a pretty small upstairs. I think we can even do one going that way, and it shouldn't block us. No, we're good. So just like that. And like that. There we go. We got our stair system. Boom. So I usually like to start with stuff like this first, because this stuff is the hard stuff. The picking which walls you want to do, that's kind of like the easy part. And you want to make sure that all of the complicated parts are solved before you move on to those, because what's the point in doing up all the windows and all the doors if you come to realize, oh, well, that window is just going to block where I want the stairway, or oh, now that this roof piece doesn't work the way I thought it would, now that it's just like, it's better to not dump a bunch of effort before you've got like a final something in mind. Well, I think this is where I'm going to call it tonight. It's right about 7, right about where I plan to stream. Today is only a 2-hour stream overall, if you were wondering. But the third building I'll start with tomorrow, because I want to build off of this too. I want to have, see how this building branches to this building. I'll have an entrance somewhere here, so I'll like make a doorway like there, roughly. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just do that, and then we'll bring that all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. So that way there's a way up to this house. And then that's the way into that house. This house will also probably have a stairway. That'll probably be like something like... It'll probably be something like this. This is probably what I'll do for this stairway, and then it'll be really small. Like this. That'll bring you up here. Bring you back through around. Boom, boom, boom. Also, Just Blast, thank you for the goat, dude. You the goat. Back out here. And then what I want to do is another one that's like coming down here. So there'd be like a door roughly there or whatever. If that even works. As long as it's not getting in front of that other stairway. No, that should actually be perfect. So we could do a door there. Another thing sticking out there. And then I kind of wanted a... I guess it doesn't really matter because it would just go right into a patio. It's not raised. I wanted to do a third one. I guess I could have it transfer back down into one that's this tall again. But I'll figure that out tomorrow. Oh! So I think I'm calling it there for the night. We'll pick it up here tomorrow. And let me get a good view for everybody who's just getting in. It's amazing, bro. Thank you. Time for bed, Finn. A video about everything in the game, and I'll put it to YouTube. Oh god, I post these videos on YouTube. That's a pretty tall order, man. Everything in one video. Move the marker. So I still got to work on that structure. That one's not completely finished. I may undo it and redo it tomorrow. I'm not 100% a fan. But otherwise, these are the structures I've built so far here. is the one we're working on, so it'll come to life when we add more, like, the windows and stuff, but that'll be tomorrow when I figure out the rest of the, like, the actual structure. I mean, like, dude, it's all just random. If you just place stuff, like, this is just a square with, like, 3/4 of a square on top of it, connected to another building that's a square. This one's just half a level higher than that one. So it just, like, adds depth, and just the more random and more, like, non-symmetrical you go, a lot of times the better it ends up looking. Like, even without windows, you can tell, like, this just looks like a sweet pad. You know what I mean? It looks like all the little stairs going up everywhere. It's just vibey. But that's Finn the Human for you guys. I'm all done. I'm all done for today. I'm gonna take a short stream day and then be right back on it tomorrow. Not Your Average Mom sounds good. I'm still trying to stay on the daily stream schedule, but if I do lighter streams here and there, it prevents me from having to do, like, an entire day off. Because I want to be, like, on every single day until what I'm guessing is the Star Wars update next month. What was that? I saw myself. Hold on. LEGO Portals Island. Join forces to build portal devices and restore the links between dimensions in LEGO portals. Created by the LEGO Group. It's me! I'm the villain! Here, let's get the raid going over to Mom. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's Star Wars. Because I just saw Battle Royale Star Wars content leak videos. I don't want to get into, like, specifics of it necessarily, because, you know, who knows what's true. It was just, like, that it's coming. But I would hope it's going to be a prequel-themed update, but who knows. But for everybody on TikTok, if you enjoy the builds, if you enjoy watching me build any of my villages, come check me out on Twitch or YouTube next time. Same exact username. I stream generally between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. Pacific time. Today was more like 5 to 7 Pacific time that I did. So a little bit shorter of a stream today, but generally I stream in that window just about every single day. So you can catch me here on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch. And if you guys haven't already, everybody was asking me how you get Finn. It's in the item shop. Brand new. Just came out today. Like 2 hours ago now. The Adventure Time pack is like, what, 3,800? It's not actually 10,000. That's if you didn't have the pack discount. But it's 3,800 for the whole thing, and then these are like 1,500 per skin if you just want one of the skins. But if you're grabbing these, code Epic Bricks in the item shop. Highly appreciated. Keep me in mind. I'll be your best friend. But these are leaving April 21st. You got like 10 days on these bad boys. But otherwise, they look fantastic. I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Have a good night.